Hawks win 5-2 over the Vancouver Canucks. Yes, the Blackhawks won last night against the Vancouver Canucks 5-2, and probably the Blackhawks' best performance of the season as a team. They may have given up a lot of shots in the game, but honestly, the Blackhawks looked strong in the entirety of this game. Kane had a big performance, Dylan Strome had a big performance, and Corey Crawford played well in net. He was playing strong in net for the Hawks, and the Hawks managed to come out on top. So shots on net was basically even. 38 for the Canucks, 37 for the Blackhawks. Face-off percentage, though, Hawks need to work on that. The Canucks had 65.6% on the face-off dot, and the Hawks had 34.4% on the face-off dot. Not that good. But power plays, though, the Blackhawks went 2 for 6. The Canucks went 1 for 4. I would say the Canucks power play goal was kind of cheap and kind of fluke how it went in because it went off of a player who cross-checked Calvin DeHaan's leg. So, penalty minutes, the Hawks had 8, the Canucks had 12. Hits, 29 for the Canucks, 23 for the Hawks. Block shots, 13 for the Canucks, 11 for the Hawks. Giveaways, even, 12-12. Takeaways, the Hawks had 8, Canucks had 7. The 3 stars of the night, though, were Corey Crawford, Dylan Strome, and Patrick Kane. Not in that order, but Patrick Kane did get the first star, and Corey Crawford with the second star. So let's talk about the goals of the game, why not? So we go into the first period, and here it is. At 6:41 in the first period, scored by number 12, Alex DeBrincat, his 5th goal of the season, assisted by number 17, Dylan Strome, and number 88, Patrick Kane. This goal was all set up. Well, it was probably the goal of the week for the NHL. DeBrincat started falling when he just snipes the puck all the way top shelf over Markstrom's high blocker side. Hit, and that was his key accuracy. Cat was falling down. He got tripped by Quinn Hughes, and Hawks get a 1-0 lead. It was a nice pass from Dylan Strome to get Cat going up into the offensive zone where Cat gets tripped in the slot. Kind of far back in the slot because it was almost by the blue line, and he gets it into the net. High top shelf. Goal of the week for the NHL, in my opinion. So, Hawks aren't done scoring in the first period. At 18:43 in the first period, on the power play, scored by number 65, Andrew Shaw, his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by number 17, Dylan Strome, and number 88, Patrick Kane. On the power play, this was a beautiful goal for the Hawks. They win the faceoff, get it set up. Shaw was in the slot, not screening the goalie, so it was not a tip-in. This was a one-timer blast from Shawzy. Kane feeds it right down to Strome behind the net. Strome sauces the puck right to Shaw, and Shaw one-tees it past Markstrom to give the Hawks a 2-0 lead going into the second period. Good goal by the Hawks, but at the end of the first period, the Hawks do get a penalty. So we go into the second period with a man in the box. At 1:02 in the second period by the Vancouver Canucks, JT Miller scores his 7th of the season, assisted by Elias Pettersson and Bo Horvat on the power play. The goal was more of a off his leg and in. I still say the goal, I don't know how the refs missed it. He cross-checked Calvin DeHaan, and JT Miller gets the goal because it goes off his leg and in the net. So that was the only goal scored in the second period, but we go to the third period where we saw 4 goals in the game in that period. So at 14:54 in the third period, basically with 5 minutes remaining in regulation, this is when the goals just start coming in. For the Blackhawks, number 88, Patrick Kane, assisted by Duncan Keith, and number 17, Dylan Strome, on the power play, giving the Hawks a 3-1 lead to basically make it look like the Hawks have capitalized on this game. So Hawks have a second power play goal of the night. Good for the Hawks. That hasn't happened all season for the team, scoring 2 power play goals in one game, and they managed to do it. Kaner's shot was a rocket. He was looking for DeBrincat, but he knew he was going to take a shot at the puck, and he snipes it past Markstrom to get the Hawks a 2-goal lead again. So here comes another goal. It was an empty netter, though. At 17:53 for a short-handed goal scored by number 64, David Kampf. His 3rd of the season, assisted by number 6, Olli Mata, to give the Hawks a 4-1 lead off the short-handed unit, scoring on an empty net. Yes, the Canucks had a 6-on-4 power play, but the Hawks managed scoring a shorty. Good by the Hawks. This was like one of the slowest shots to the empty net I've ever seen, and good thing the Hawks get it in, and Hawks take a... This basically makes it where the Hawks pretty much capitalize on the game. But at 18:59 in the third period, with a minute remaining in regulation, basically, Jacob Virtanen scores his 5th of the season, assisted by Edler and Goodis. I believe I'm pronouncing his name right. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, though. It gives the Canucks a 4-2 lead. Not lead, to make it a 4-2 game, my bad. Hawks have the lead. And it was just a tip in. He was screening Crawford, tips it in, and make it a 2-goal game. So the Canucks pull their goalie one more time to try and do something again. But the Hawks aren't having it. They wanted us in this game off with 5 seconds remaining in regulation. Scored by number 20, his 5th of the season, Brandon Saad. Assisted by number 22, Ryan Carpenter, and number 6, Olli Mata, on the empty net to end the game for a Hawks win 5-2 in the Madhouse on Madison. Yes, we get some happy fans in the UC after that game, and during the stream I had last night, it was a lot of fun to do a stream for a Hawks win. I haven't done a stream in a while, but I decided to do one last night for the game, and it was a lot of fun for you to have you guys showing up who did. So let's talk about the shots of the game. Why not? How many shots in each period? In the first period, it was dead even, 17-17 shots on net. That's ridiculous right there. Second period, 12 for the Canucks, 10 for the Hawks. Third period, 10 for the Hawks, 9 for the Canucks. So 37 for the Hawks, 38 for the Canucks. Hawks managed winning. Sorry about that slight pause. My dogs weren't nuts. Yeah, so the Hawks win this game pretty well. They look like the better team in the game. And honestly, I would say this is probably the best performance out of the Blackhawks this season against the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks are a good team this year, yes. and the Hawks managed to beat them. The Hawks have a rough record, but they did decide to come off slow this year. So they could still get back in anything. I do like how well the Hawks performed in this game, unlike that game against San Jose. We don't talk about that. That was horrible. But Hawks played well. They get the win. And now we take on the Pittsburgh Penguins tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are from last night's game against the Canucks and Hawks. And thank you for watching the broadcast. I know you enjoyed the outcome. Hawks win 5-2 over the Canucks. And please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!